I'm going to show you how I made this clock, digital scrolling clock with Arduino and Ws2812 LEDs. So let's talk about the theory. If we have what's called a bitmap, which is a three-dimensional matrix of zeros and ones, we're going to draw them in a 3x5 grid. So say we want to draw the number 1, it's going to look like this. With everything that's not lit up as a 0 and everything that is that as a 1. So how we're going to do this is have two nested for loops that go through each row and then each column and compare it to the bitmap, and if it's a 1, we're going to light up that square, and if it's not, we're going to keep it dark. This is how I actually did it in C. And I have this three-dimensional matrix of all the numbers from 0 to 9 in a 3x5 matrix, and then I have this draw function that converts an xy position into an index number that I can light up with this NeoPixel library. This is the function that actually gets the time in 3 variables called hours, minutes, and seconds, which is really useful. These are knobs that will change the scroll speed and color. And this is how I actually did it. So I have a nested for loop with I and j, and it cycles through a 3x5. Well, it's 5x5 here because I didn't know. It doesn't matter. It should be 3x5. And so I'm saying draw variable I, which is the row, and then minus offset, which is the scroll speed. So each time this draws, the offset is changing continuously. So all we're doing is telling it where to start drawing, and then it just draws the number. So if we're telling it to draw 1 to the left each second, it's just going to look like it's scrolling. So we're drawing it at the row we're on minus the offset, and then the column that we're on. And then this function draw has 5 parameters. It's the x, y, and then the RGB values. So the first R value is going to be array with the index hours divided by 10, which is going to give us the tens column of the hours. So if it's 11 o'clock, it's going to give us 1. So, and then, so we're going to give us, so this is going to tell us which matrix to go to. And then once we're at that matrix, we're going to cycle through j and I, all the values. And if it's a 1, we're going to multiply it by g, and it's going to turn into some 200 number, which is going to be visible. But if it's 0, it's going to turn into nothing, and it's not going to be lit up. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do the same thing. And this R, G, and B are up here. They were random. They're changing continuously. So that's how I get the different colors. And then I just do it again for the B and the G. And so I have one of these functions for the hours. For the tens of hours, the actual hours, like the ones column for the hours. And the only difference there is it's modulus 10. So I get the remainder. And then I have the same repeating for the division of minutes, the modulus of minutes, and the division of seconds and the modulus of seconds. And the offset is just, I'm just increasing I plus a different offset, plus the actual offset for the different denominations of time. I'll publish all this code below so you can check it out if you want.